What's going on YouTube? Is Donnie B all day, and Merry Christmas. So here's something pretty cool. I just got this Christmas present that I wanted to show you guys. This is pretty badass. This is year of my birth, 1973. A Case 2 blade folder. This has got brown pick bone, nickel silver bolsters, and a couple of blades in it. Somebody found this for me. And what a cool little gift this was. And what's crazy is I was opening my gifts, stay with me, and I happened to have this guy in my pocket, right? The Case Trapper. And I open up his package and I find this little mini Case Trapper, right? This one's brand new. This one's brand 1973. So I open it up and I get excited because I know what this is, but I had no idea what this was. I didn't know it was 1973, but it's Case XX and it's beautiful. So I open it up and obviously it's 1973, so there's a whole lot of tarnish on there. I mean, just crud. So it was everywhere, and you can see like there's little pits, whatnot, that I still have to get into. But first thing I did is I polished up the blade. And, it's Christmas morning. I got things to do, stupid kids. So I couldn't spend all the time I wanted to on this blade, but I gave it a quick once over and found out that there's a whole lot of life left in these blades, right? So that made me pretty excited. So now I get to spend some time refinishing these little guys, and this is going to be one of my little pocket carries, a 1973. Don't use it, collect it because it's a classic and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to use it. Case little Trapper. Now, this blade right here is so small, I'm not even sure. This is like a toothpick blade. I'm not even sure what I would do with this blade, but I know where it's going to stay. It's going to stay just like that. And this guy right here is going to be a little package opener. Now, it came because it is 1973 and because the blade was all cruddy-duddy with all kinds of tarnish on there, and it was obviously starting to pit and get some pretty bad spots. It was looking pretty rough. And you can see, like, I just literally went over a little bit. You can see right here, that black, that's what the entire blade looked like literally just a couple minutes ago. You can see right here near the bolster how I didn't get into the thing. I mean, I literally just grabbed some 400 and some 2000 and just went over it real quick and then brushed it up with some Maz. And of course I used gun oil. This stuff, I just love using hops. I'm the most unorthodox knife guy in the world. I use everything but the knife stuff. So it actually came out pretty good. The little edge, after being dulled for a whole lot of years wherever this thing sat, because it was kind of rough. It took, of course, I use a folded piece, but it took pretty well, and it is cutting, and it was literally, I just brushed it against some ceramic. I didn't take it against a stone or nothing like that, but I'm going to refine this guy, because after all those years of just sitting around somewhere, this thing is starting to come back to be a knife. You know what I mean? You can see that this little blade's got a whole bunch of potential. And the first thing I did, it was the first thing I opened, so I got excited because then I could open everything else up with this. But let's see. It's cool, man. It's a cool little open things up knife. Get out of here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with this thing. I'm going to use it to open things up. We still have 2 more houses to go to for Christmas this morning, so I'm going to bring this little guy with me. And when it comes time to cutting through the tape or cutting through the paper or cutting through the plastic or whatever I got to cut through, I'm going to use this little guy right here. I'm not retiring this guy right here. No freaking way. I just think it would be cool to use a 1973 case. You know what I mean? This thing's as old as I am, which is like 150. So that's pretty cool, man. Merry Christmas to me. Got a sweet little old school case. This thing is 45 years old this year. Holy mackerel, this is an old knife. But it's case. So, I mean, look at it. Look at it. Fit and finish from 1973. Pins are beautiful. The tab, I don't even know if I can get it in there. I'm going to try. Oh, come on. That thing is coming. But, yeah, you could see it's in phenomenal condition. This thing, whoever had this, you know, aside from letting it tarnish, whoever had this took really, really good care of the outer package. The blades needed a little work, and they're going to get a little bit more. I'm going to do a little bit more touching up on these guys. But I know the tip is sharp because as I was sanding, I poked my finger like 3 times. Hurt like a bitch. But it's cool, man. It's really, really cool. Let's see if we can get that in there. The old Case XX USA. Look at that blade, man. This thing can't wait to be refinished. It can't wait to be refinished. This thing's going to be awesome. This is going to be one of those really cool blades that I get to keep forever. Just like this one. It's going to outlast this one. I can guarantee that. This thing's just cool. This thing's cool. So, that's it. My little tiny case. I know this is kind of like a tabletop, and I hate tabletops. I hate tabletops. I was like, oh, I'll cut some paper, blah. But I just wanted to show you guys. But let's see, since I have a pencil here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, you know, it's still, this little edge, look at that, it feather sticks. This little edge will get it done. This little edge will get it done, and it's not even prepped yet. As a matter of fact, let's take this little guy right here. I haven't done anything to this edge right here at all. I didn't drag this across any ceramic, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, it's a little tighter. It's a little tighter. It needs some more sharpening. But I'll tell you what, guys. You know, you always see in these little antique stores and these mom and pop places, you see these old case blades and these old folders, and you're thinking, what good would it be, this old knife? First of all, these are the most collected knives. Case brand themselves, the most collected knives in the world right here. And they work, you know what I mean? And they don't just work for now, they work forever. This one's going to work today, and it's going to work 45 years from now. It's just an awesome package, an awesome brand. If you have a chance, and if you're at an antique store and you happen to see one and you can pick it up dirt cheap, whoo-wee, grab yourself a case, because these things hold their value, and many of them increase in value. You know what I mean? I guarantee you in 1973, the cost of this knife was probably less than my gift giver got it for, and it was well used by that point. They're just they're great pieces to hold on to, collect and use and hold and own, and man, they're just beautiful. They're just beautiful. So there's my little case. Merry Christmas. I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife.